Honestly, at home, I'm not that funny. My wife cracks most of the jokes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have to be funny. Like, I don't need it, you know? It's one of the reasons why I like to hang around with Joey Diaz, because he's always funny.
Yeah.
And he's always the funny guy, you know? I like it. It's, I like being around funny people, man. There's a thing about comics, especially the needy, annoying ones, in the early days, like early days of your career, they have to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
That shit is really annoying.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you learn for sure about hosting a podcast is you don't really want to be the center of attention. You just want to facilitate a conversation.
Right.
You just want to make the best creation.
Yeah.
What's the best creation? If the best creation is let this guy rant, you got to let him rant. Get out of the way. If the best creation is you rant with him and you jump in together and you go back and forth like a game of tennis, then you do it that way.
Right.
But you have to be able to feel the vibe.
Yeah.
And then some people are not going to like it that way. They're going to why don't you let your guest talk? And like people love to say shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, why are you interrupting his rants? People love to say things like that. See, like you're trying to make a creation.
Yeah. There's comics are not great listeners.
Some of them are.
And well, the ones that are great at this.
Yeah. Right.
And the ones that aren't, it's tough for them to do this.
And people know, man. They figure it's how comfortable is it when it gets in through their ears? Yeah. Like, is it getting in easy, or is it like, oh, this guy's annoying? Yeah. I'll bring on a guest and I'll hear the guest say something, and I just cringe because I anticipate the comments. I'm just like, dude, you're about to get crushed by the weight of the world.
Will you quiet somebody?
No. I mean, if I have to, I try not to. If I have to correct them. Like, if they're saying something that I know to be inaccurate, if it's in my wheelhouse, like sometimes people say something and I'll just say, that's not true. Here's why that's not true. Yeah. You know, I've had people say some goofy shit and it just happens to be something I know a lot about, and then I have to stop it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just...
But for the most part, I want people to just be themselves. I got to figure out how to get you to be yourself. That's what a lot of this is. Make you comfortable, make you realize that I just want you to do great. I want everybody to do great.
Are you ever intimidated?
By a guest?
Yeah.
By their intellect? Yeah. Like Elon Musk was intimidating. Yeah. Talking to him because you realize what a chimp you are.
Did you feel that way?
Oh, yeah. I'm a fucking dummy, man. But like, I'm talking to this guy. I'm like, I'm a fucking chimp.
Here's a question. You just kind of laugh
like one. I'm like looking at him like, yeah, so you gotta go to Mars, huh? Cool. Want to smoke some weed? That's what it felt like.
Somebody's got to make a cut of that.
Like
your chip moments.
This motherfucker's making electric cars. He's sending rockets into space.
Right.
He's drilling holes under the ground.
You had to dumb him down with the weed.
He's making solar cities. It didn't even work.
But so here's my take on it, right? I'm watching Musk, right? And he basically is opening up to you about how he's not happy.
Yeah.
Right? There's this moment where he's like, I think he says something to the extent of,
you wouldn't want to be me.
Yeah.
These are just his exact words. You wouldn't want to be me.
You wouldn't want to be me. So that means he doesn't want to be him.
I think
on some level, he doesn't want to be him, right?
Yeah.
And he's... So with these guys that we admire because they're so brilliant and they have all these brilliant ideas, and we're put in this matrix of, we're all in this success matrix on some level, right? Where it's like, get things done, good. Don't get things done, bad, right? I wonder if he's chimpish in that he's potentially wasting his life being upset or miserable when he could be focusing on things that would give him joy.
I think
is that being a fucking chimp? Is being so smart that you don't even try to just be happy and focus on your happiness?
I don't necessarily think he's unhappy, but I do think that he puts himself into situations where the amount of stress that he absorbs is almost unfathomable. Like when he was trying to get the Tesla Model 3 production schedule ramped up, and he was sleeping on the floor of the factory and literally working like 19, 20 hours a day. That's untenable. You can only do that for short periods of time.
Right.
But I think that what I was saying about Kanye West applies to him tenfold.
Okay.
He's got a power output that's extraordinarily different than the average person. And that's one of the things he was talking about when he was young. I mean, you could probably put him on some sort of what I don't know what the super genius spectrum is.
Right.
Like what is, what's Albert Einstein?
Right.
What's this guy? What's that guy? He's in there somewhere in this crazy realm of the way a brain works. Like, I think that brains are like all other body parts. Some people are born with little tiny dicks, and some people got giant hogs, and that's just a fact. And I think that dude has a giant hog of a brain.